Well, good morning. It's February 12th, 2017, and I'm back. I haven't podcasted for months, and I just kept thinking I should do it, and I finally have a quiet moment in my house to talk to you today for a few minutes. So I'm excited to do that, and welcome back if you're returning, and of course, as always, welcome to any new knitters. I'm Susan B. Anderson, and you can find me everywhere on the internet as Susan B. Anderson. And also, since the last time I chatted with you on my podcast, I started and opened a new company called Barrett Co. And I'll share a couple quick things from Barrett Co. too today, along with just some regular knitting and yarny fun things that I'm working on. So let's just dive right in. I always kind of mention the weather first when I do one of these podcasts, and it is a blustery 40-mile-per-hour windy day. It's very sunny, and it's going to be in the low 40s today, which is really warm for this time of year, so that's quite unusual. We really had, I live in Madison, Wisconsin, in case you don't know, in the United States, and I have really had quite a, or we have really had quite a long stretch of weather that was just dark and gray and gloomy, dreary days, and sometimes kind of warm and raining. We've had a lot of rain this winter, so it's been really quite unusual. There is snow on the ground and there's ice on the sidewalks, but it has melted a bit because it has gotten a little bit warmer. Now next weekend it's supposed to be in the 50s here, and that's just outrageous for this time of year. So it's really been kind of a strange winter. We haven't had a ton of snow either, so it's been interesting. But anyway, I'll get right into the, oh, and I also always like to mention what I'm wearing. I'm wearing, let's see the lighting here, if you can see it. I'm wearing the, I think it's called, oh, it's Ambrosia by Gudrun Johnston, and it was put out through Quince & Co. It was first in a book that Gudrun did, but I think you can just buy it as an individual pattern at this point. I think it was called Knit With Me or something. It was a book. It's just a beautiful book, and I have it and I love it. But anyway, this was done in the Quince & Co. Puffin. It is a single, kind of felted, single bulky weight strand of 100% wool. It's beautiful. I love it. I have a couple sweaters in it and I wear them all the time. But it does get quite, just because of the makeup of the wool, it gets really kind of pilly, and you know, I actually love that. I'll depill it at some point, but it just kind of like, oh, just envelops you with this kind of coziness. So I love it. I have no problem with it. These beautiful branch toggles are by Woolly Mossrue. It's one of my favorite button makers on Etsy. Nice people, and just it's just they have beautiful buttons and other things, so go check them out. All right, so let's talk. I'm going to dive in first and just kind of talk about some things that I'm working on. I don't have a lot of finished projects to show you today because I'm doing quite a bit of work. I've done some designing for 3 different magazines that are coming out, well, 2 this spring and then 1 next fall, and I've been working really hard on that. So those I've kind of just finished up in the month of January and February, and so I have a lot of things on the needles, and I'll share those with you first. So I started last week this really fun hashtag on Instagram, and I'm calling it's hashtag Daily Knit Socks. And what I started thinking was that every day I'm wearing these beautiful hand knit socks in all this fun yarn, and I never stop for a second and take a photo of them or, you know, share with anybody what I'm wearing, but I personally enjoy them so much that I thought, oh, if we just had a hashtag where you could just take a really fast, quick daily photo. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, not any kind of big photo shoot or anything, just, you know, have your socks showing in some way and take a quick photo of them. And post it with the tag Daily Knit Socks. If you can remember the yarn and the pattern, that's great. If you can't, no big deal. Just, I think we're getting close. It's under 1,000, but we're getting close to 1,000 posts already in there. And if you just scroll through and look at the socks people wear every day, it is really fun. So I hope you'll join in on that if you're wearing hand knit socks. And if you miss a day here and there, I mean, there are no rules about it. You can, it's just that whatever socks you're wearing, take a quick picture and post it with hashtag daily knit socks. So no rules, like if you miss a day, it's not like you're committing to every single day or a month or anything like that. Just, I'm doing it every single day, you know, during the stretch of these winter months where I'll continue to wear my hand knit socks every day. And if you want to join me, I love it. I go through and look, and I've been trying to favorite every single photo in there and take a look and see what you all are wearing out there. So I'm really enjoying that. We've had some fun, very fun posts, and really they're quite inspiring. I have to say my favorite photo so far was from a nurse who must have had a coworker take a picture, and she was wearing her full scrub. A nurse or physician, I should say. I have no idea what her actual job is. Somebody was wearing scrubs, and it looked like a hospital setting. And so anyway, she just kind of pulled up her scrubs, you know, at the knees, and so you could see her socks. And then she had a coworker, someone take a quick photo of her, and it was super cute. I would love to see knit socks in work settings anywhere. You know, like I think that would be really fun. That one really kind of made my day. I have nurse on the brain because my youngest daughter, the collector, is taking her CNA, her certified nurse's assistant training right now, and it's a very strenuous program that she's taking through a area technical college here, and she's doing her one of her teaching instructional clinicals today at the hospital, so at the big hospital downtown. So that's why I have nursing on the brain. Well, so on the note of daily knit socks, I'll show you a couple of pair of socks that I have. Oh, I should have brought my sock blockers, but I didn't. That I have on the needles here. The first pair is a pair I'm making for my son, who wears his hand knit socks every single day, and I don't know how many pairs he has for me right now, maybe 4 or 5 pairs. So I'm really trying. I would like to up his sock drawer a little bit. He's so funny. My kids are, not all of them, but my boys especially, and my one daughter, they're very minimalist. They don't want a lot of stuff or things, and especially the son who's the baker. He really doesn't like a lot of stuff. Well, actually, both of my sons are that way. But anyway, so I told him I'm making him more socks, and he said, well, I already have 4 or 5 pair. He's like, I don't really need any more. But I'm thinking, he wears them so much, and he wears them to work, like in his boots, and on such a daily way, like he's biking and walking. He walks to work and he bikes and he's hauling stuff, and he's very physical labor. And I just feel like those will wear out. In fact, I cannot believe that they haven't worn out yet with huge holes. So anywho, here we go. These are this Regia. It's just gorgeous. It looks like hand spun. Here, let me get the actual ball out to show you. But that was the first one. It's called Regia Color Mania. And if you could see the actual yarn, it looks like hand spun. It's 2 colors plied to no, it's not even 2. 3 or 4 colors plied together. And it is really fun to knit because you don't have to worry about the stripes at all. You're just knitting, and there isn't any matching of stripes or concern about that at all, which is really kind of a nice relief. This, of course, is my Smooth Operator Socks pattern. I did the original decrease pattern and the rounded Kitchener stitch on the heel and toe. And if you see this in this darker tweed, this is the Regia Forfatic tweed in a dark kind of brownish charcoal color. But you literally can't even see the decrease line in this. And I'm telling you, if you haven't tried the Smooth Operator Socks pattern, you should give it a try, because it literally is the easiest heel and toe decrease sequence I've ever come across myself. But anyway, this is color number 4068. And again, it's really fun to knit with. So this is how far I'm on the second sock. I'm making good way. I am getting close to the toe. He wears size 11, US size 11 men's shoe, and funnily enough, that works out to be about an 11-inch sock, so I will stop just short. His foot is just short of 11 inches, so I will measure from the heel edge of the heel to about 9 inches, and then I'll start the toe decrease, where I'm switching out the colors. I'm using my signature double pointed needles. I always get the 6-inch length, and all of the signature needles come in the stiletto point, which is a really sharp point, which I enjoy. So there's that. I have this in my favorite bag, which is by Renee Lucius. I'm not sure how to say her name. Lucius, and she's from the Lowland Originals on Etsy. I don't know, her tag's in here somewhere, but Lowland Originals. Can't find it. But she does this beautiful patchwork bags. And I have some more things to show from Renee coming up, so I'll set those aside. I also have this sock that I started a long time ago. I think this is Biscotti and C. And I got it at the Loopy U when I taught at the Loopy Fall Fling a couple of years ago, and I just love it. And I am making this, and it's being held in this beautiful hand-painted bowl by Kristen Nicholas. She does ceramic pottery ware now, if you're not aware of that. She has an Etsy shop and a website, just kristennicholas.com. Oh, gorgeous. So I keep the wound ball in there while I'm working, and so it's this brown, kind of deep, creamy oatmeal and a couple shades of blue. I think I'm going to do this. I got the Loopy U yarn in a brown to match this, and then I've got some Opal solid series that I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a fun blue heel. But these are for my dear editor, former editor at Artisan Books, who I remain very close with. I worked with them for almost 10 years, or about 10 years, and anyway, these are for him. So I've knit him some things like hats and a couple scarves before, and he is so sweet about it, and he always comments that he wears them all the time, and he asked me if I could knit him a pair of socks. So I'm doing that, but unfortunately I started so long ago, I'm kind of embarrassed. I need to finish those up for him. And I'm doing the Smooth Operator Socks pattern with the 72 stitch cast on for him as well. His foot was a little bit smaller than my son's, so I made him measure his foot. So here we go. This is my bag that I'm keeping this in. This is the Lowland Originals, again by Renee. She is on Etsy and she's on Instagram under her name, all sorts of places, but she just does these fantastic bags. I mean, look at how this bag, and there's such like a feel to them, like sturdy and gorgeous, and she put in these nice fabric pulls here for me. I don't know that she does that on all her bags, but she does on some of them anyway. But there's just like a crispness, but yet it's still soft. This bag, I don't know, they're sturdy, the fabric's sturdy. So those are two socks that I'm working on, trying to finish, and I have a lot more things that I'm trying to finish up here too. That the next thing I'll show you that I'm making is the branches and buds sweater by Carrie Bostic Hogue. I should see if I can find a good, here we go, photo of that. It was in her original making magazine called, well, it's Making Magazine. Excuse me, and it's the #1 issue, and it is called Flora. These patterns are all available now for individual download. If you missed out on the magazine, this one sold out in a heartbeat, this first issue. Not sure if she's bringing it back again or not, but I have a design in here too, and I just passed it. This was the design that I have. I just finished a design. That's one of the designs that I just finished for her issue 3, and I'm super crazy about the project that I did. So I think that comes out this spring, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, Carrie Bostic Hogue is the designer. She goes under the name Matter Made, and it's makingzine.com. How much should she charge for that? $20. I had no idea. But it really is more, it's like a book. It's really just so finely made, and she's a photographer. Anyway, I can go on and on about that. But I finally got around to casting on her branches and buds sweater, which I think I'm going to make into a cardigan. I'm using my my own yarn, which is just so much fun for me. I'm using the sport weight of the Wisconsin woolen spun yarn that we are working with a local mill to produce and sell in our shop. I'm using the natural and the I can't remember if this is the Quaker Gray colorway or I think it's the Quaker Gray colorway. And you can see it's a woolen spun yarn, which means it's so light and airy. It's a 2-ply. It's just the squishiest. I would liken it to like a Brooklyn tweed yarn, except it's not tweed. It's just heathery and it's natural. We do also carry some colorways. We do these in small batches with the mill, so that we're on a constant ordering, picking up with them to kind of so they can keep up with our demand. But anyway, making the sweater, the main color in this, Quaker Gray, and this is our birch colorway of the sport, which is just a natural creamy white. Wisconsin's known for its beautiful birch trees. The wool is gathered from the Midwest, some Midwest sheep farmers. There's not any one certain location that it's gathered from, but they are all in the Midwest, and then it's milled right in a mill and dyed. Some of our dyed colors are right in a mill that's local to us. Now, here it is. And I have all those markers on there. I'm past the sleeves and I'm up on the body. I made it in a pretty generous size. It's hard to tell when it's up on the needles like this, but I've made it in a I'm getting pretty far actually on the body. That's kind of exciting. I'm a little worried this neck's gonna be a little bit wider than I want it to be. I'm also marking the center line here as I work down because there's a chance I'm gonna be steeking this. I haven't decided yet. I'll block it and then I'll see what I want to do, but it's knit from the top down. I'm just marking this because if I do decide to steek it, what I'll do is I'll just run a thread, like a marking thread up this center line here, and then I'll get my sewing machine out and I'm just going to zigzag, maybe go out a couple rows, stitches on either side of this center line. And do a zigzag stitch going all the way down the front, and then I'll just snip it up the front and add a button band on the front if I want to turn it into a cardigan. Which one issue is if the neck's really wide, actually it doesn't look horrible right now, but it's hard to tell really until I try it on. And it also has no shaping, so the neck is like, it's really like this. But what I'm gonna do is when I block it, I'm gonna try to pull that down so that it sits more like this, like as if there were some short, I should have put some short rows in. I wasn't thinking, you know, before I started the color work, I could have done like 3 or 4 rounds of short rows, which would have set that front down. Now, usually in a sweater, the drop that I like, and that's pretty standard, is usually about 2 inches from this back neck down to the lower, like, scoop neck, if you want a regular crew neck. Not really a scoop neck, but like a crew neck that has a dropped, I forgot what you call this in the front. There's a name for it. But anyway, I wasn't thinking. I was just so excited to cast on. Now, let me say, this sweater is so easy. It's so simple. And if you are wanting to do some color work and you haven't done it before, oh my gosh, do this sweater because it's so easy, this color work. It's just this little burst of color work. I love this kind of horizontal directional color work that gives you this appearance of like movement horizontally on a garment or hat or whatever. I adore it. I'm really drawn to it. And there aren't any long floats here. You can just carry the yarn along. You don't have to worry about trapping or weaving in floats as you go. Anyway, super, super easy. I adore it. Now, when you go, and then you go back in and you do some embroidery to make the buds, and I haven't decided yet if I'm just going to go with something very classic and kind of wintry, with some red buds all around. You just kind of, I can't remember if she does the bullion stitch or if it's a French knot, but you just add like random buds all over on these sweet twiggy branches here. So I'm kind of thinking I might just go real simple. The one in the sample in the magazine has different colors, so I could do that too. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I'll keep you posted on this. I have the sleeves tied off here, and I made it big in a roomy size for me. I think it was going to measure 39 inches, and I usually make kind of like the medium 36-inch size. So but I wanted it. I like stuff that's, I cannot stand anything that's tight. I am so anti-tight. And it's gotten way where I've always been that way, and especially don't like things tight up on my neck. I've always had a thing about that. So especially if that hits high, I'm going to divide it for a cardigan, and then it can open, you know, more like it can sit like this. If I do that as well, I'll probably add a little bit on. I might even make a small collar that will like turn it out, you know, like, so it'll sit more like this. I could even actually add a hood on. I could just pick up around the neck and, you know, separate it here and put a hood on it too, which might be a good option because that would be really cute. The only bad thing about that is then the hood would hang down and it would cover the adorable color work. I do like a hood, and I like the way it sits and rests. I never wear the hood, but I do like the way it looks. I enjoy it. So anyway, we'll be getting more of this in the in our BarrettWoolCo.com shop. In fact, I even debated on doing maybe some kits for it. Let me know if you're interested in a kit for this, and maybe I could. I can talk to Carrie about maybe, you know, doing something with her magazine or her pattern or something. We are going to be carrying the Making magazine at Barrett Co for purchase. So got to get on that. I want to get that in the shop before the 3rd issue comes out. So anyway, that's a fun ongoing relationship for me with Carrie. I've worked with her for off and on different things for years now, through Quince & Co. And now she's on her own with Matter Made and the Making magazine, and we have a nice working relationship, and I'm on tap to do as many of the magazines as she wants me to be in, which is quite an honor for me. Oh my goodness, there's stuff on my bag. I was going to show my fringe supply bag, but I don't know what got on there. I'll have to wash it. But anyway, this is from Fringe Supply Company, Fringe Supply Co. And I love her project bags. I can't remember what she's calling them, field bags? I think they're called field bags, but they come in different colors, but I just have the natural ones. I have another one here too that I use all the time, just the white one. A lot of people embroider and do things on these bags, and I think that's really cute. And they have this kind of handy strap, but I just like the way they sit, and they're so sturdy and fun. Don't get stuff on yours if you get them. This one's brand new too. I haven't even taken it out places, so I don't know what's on there, but I'll try to get that off. Okay, so let me continue on with things that I'm working on right now. I'm working on a new hat for Barrett Co. We are going to have kits for this hat, and I'll just give you a quick looky look here. Let's show you a good side of it. This is not blocked, of course, and so I did a really fun color work pattern here, right above the band. This is a combination of our home fingering weight line in these beautiful colors. We have wood violet, grassland, field, marmalade, wishing well are the colors, and then we have the birch. This is a semi-worsted spun, and the birch is the woolen spun, Wisconsin woolen spun yarn. And I thought, oh, what fun to combine those. And yeah, and so we're gonna have kits for this coming up. We're working on a lot of kits because we found that people really like them. So let me show you how cute. Isn't that cute? Can you see it? I just started the decrease for it. But it's gonna be mainly, not really to wear folded down, but you can wear it however you like. Anyway, I'm super excited about it, and coming in on the decreases, and then I'll do a fun pom-pom for the top. So there we go. Fun. Love it. All right, so there's that I'm working on, nearing in on the end of that. I am working on, now I don't know if the pattern's in here. Pattern is not in here, darn it. It's a pattern that I can't even remember the name of it. What I'll have to do is find that, and I'll put it in the show notes. But I'm using the yarn from, I got this from Schoolhouse Press, and it's the Icelandic Unspun wool. And that's hair from the wool. That's not a hair, that's not one of my gray hairs. That's hair from the wool. So it's really fragile and quite fun to knit with. See, look at that. You can see it's unspun. Like, let me see, how can I show you that? It's unspun and just would break, like just if I just pulled it just ever so slightly, it would break. So I am loving it. Lori ×5 did this sweater and in black, and then she had has a white colorwork yoke of some flowers, and I'm making it into a cardigan. So I have I'm doing a pearl marking here. You can see I'm doing the pearl stitch, and I'll cut right down that pearl stitch for my steek. And then I have a little teacup stitch marker on here, and that was from Juniper Grace I got in Maine. Not having much luck with any kind of focus there, but anyway, I'm working on the body. This is a bottom-up sweater, just a real traditional yoked bottom-up sweater. I'm making it really large too. I don't know, I'm into the large sweater wear. So you know, the hardest part for me for this was casting on. It was really tricky with the very easily breakable wool. So the good thing about that is you can just felt it back together. If it does break, you don't have to wet it. It just go like this in your hands, and it felts right back together. So that's really fun. My husband's coughing in the background. If you can hear that, he has bronchitis. So that's not fun for anyone. Poor guy. And I'm making a sweater out of the Barrett Co. And it is going to be absolutely fantastic. It's just like this everyday wear. It's a top-down yoked cardigan, and it's in the wood violet colorway, and I am using some skeins that our yarn is not tonal like this. It's solid. It's like this. It's the Barrett Co home line. This is the field colorway. And I got some skeins that were not right. They separated them out and sent them, the dye house in Maine sent them. So I'm using them just because they're a little, I want to say faulty, but like they weren't dyed, you know, as it should have been. So anyway, it looks a little bit tonal here, but no, our yarn really isn't tonal like that. It's actually solid. So anyway, this is the sweater. I have the sleeves divided off. It's coming down. I'm going to do some fun pockets. I'm going to do a wide button band. I might end up just doing some toggles like this. Or I might button it all the way down. I don't know, but it's supposed to be really comfy, kind of long. It looks really cute on too. Maybe next time I'll try it on for you. But I've been working on that for so long. So long. Oh, it's the wood violet. I love it. And here I am in the purple again. I love that color. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, so a couple other things in stock right now in Barrett Co. We have our bulky Wisconsin Unspun bulky twist, which is this bulky weight yarn that is 2-ply, and each ply is a different color. This one is called Coffee and Cream. I suppose I say that with my Wisconsin accent, coffee. How else would you say it? I don't know, but it sounded very Wisconsin when I said it. So it's like this. It's like, oh, it's just, oh, it's so good. These are big, generous 100-gram skeins. Most of them are over 100 grams, as a matter of fact. A lot over, but we just charge for 100%. I mean, 100 grams, sorry. This one is a new one. It's called Juniper, for juniper berries. And it's a black strand and a blue strand, and it's this over dyed in blue. This sold out immediately when we put it up on our website, so we have a huge order of this coming in. There still is plenty of the coffee and cream at the time that I'm talking about this, and this is our red and black licorice because it's red and black. Again, it's over dyed for this, and that the red turns the brown strand black, the brown ply black, and then the cream, of course, over dyes red. So this is called red and black licorice, and we still have lots of this. We did have kits for this for the Waiting for Winter bulky weight mitten pattern, and the kits made mittens like this, or we may bring them back again, I don't know, but they sold out we sold so many kits in probably under an hour. It was insane. We sold so many. So these are the mittens. This is the medium size. They're very generous and it's a pretty loose, I knit them on size 10 at 3.5 stitches per inch, but they are warm and comfy, and I love them so much. So you can buy that pattern individually. It's just Waiting for Winter bulky mittens. It comes right now the pattern has 3 sizes. I may end up adding to that, as I like to do in updates, so I might end up doing that. I'm trying to think of what else I want to show you. So that yarn's available. There's lots of this fingering weight available still in the shop. For the Barrett Co, we have a home yarn line, and it's called Home Fingering Weight or Home Worsted Weight. Very simple. We blew through our first huge order with the mill in Maine, with the dye house and mill in Maine. And but there still is some left in the shop. I don't want to act like there's nothing left, because there still are lots of colors, and but it's just like the mass bulk of our yarn we've kind of burned through. However, like for example, these colors are still in the shop. This is the Marmalade, Field, and Wishing Well colorways. It's just it's the most gorgeous yarn. I just love it. So proud of it. This is the Wisconsin Woolen Spun Fingering Weight Oatmeal. that I'm also making a hat out of. And then again, these are a couple more colors. This is the beautiful grassland. Oh, this is the wood violet. This is the one that's not a faulty skein of wood violet. And that's actually very true to color that's showing up. It's just like this gorgeous, fun purple, which, oh, I love it so much. So, anyway, there's lots of the home fingering way, hundreds of skeins, as a matter of fact, available still in the shop. So I don't want to act like it's sold out. But we just got word that our new order, we thought it was going to be being shipped to us in February, but in fact, it's going to be shipped in March. So they're kind of backed up. So we're working. We can't wait, and we've been so excited with the reaction. So all these big sweaters that I'm carrying around knitting, or two of them anyway, I'm carrying around in this big portable Field Supply Co. bag. Once again, Fringe Supply Co., not Field. I can't remember what this one's called, but this is this kind of big, huge tote. There's something about the plain, with all the crazy colors and fabrics and striping yarns and all sorts of stuff. It's really nice just to have something really calm and quiet. So I enjoy that very much. I want to share just some quick yarn that I have accumulated here. Some I've been given generously, and some I have purchased. All right, so let me start with this. Oh, I dropped a skein, sorry. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is from Spin Cycle Yarns. This is dyed in the wool. It's dyed before being formed into cloth. I don't know what that means. Dyed in the wool of textiles, idiomatic. Oh, they have different definitions. That's really cute. Okay, Spin Cycle Yarns. Just look at these. She sent me these. And I don't know if any of you will remember this, but if you remember the first yarn I ever spun, I knitted it into a hitchhiker shawl by Martina Bem. And it literally is like this yarn. I should almost pull that shawl out and show you. It's crazy. And that roving was given to me from Diane, who I love, Diane McDonald of Tanglewood Sheep Dreams. She's in Kentucky. I love her. Anyway, a lot of people know her, and she's really special. But anyway, it reminded me of that so much. It's kind of crazy almost. But she sent me these yarns to try out, and I just don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to have to knit it into maybe socks. I don't know. But Spin Cycle Yarns, let me show you. Let me read you a little bit about them. Spin Cycle Yarns is a two-woman operation established in 2004. Rachel and Kate produce luxurious yarns, hand-dyed and spun into small batches of perfection. The yarn in your hand, dyed in the wool, oh, that was the name of the yarn, excuse me, is the product of our desire to merge the beauty and texture of a hand-spun yarn with more efficiently produced mill-spun yarn. We collaborated with the nearby woman-owned fiber mill on Washington's coast. See, I've been hearing about this ever since I went to Vogue Knitting Live in Seattle for the first time. This was like the hot ticket item on the floor there in the market. This collaboration ensures that our yarn maintains the color artistry of our original hand-spun product. We dye the fiber before it's spun. Colors meet and part ways in stunning, unique combinations. The overall effect is of balanced, seamless whole. Color changes are always brilliant, never repetitive. With sock yarn this fresh and exciting, you won't be able to put your needles down. SpinCycleYarns.com. I like it. So I've got here 100% American wool, just like my Barrett Co. 100% American wool. Oh, it just warms my heart. This is a sport weight heavy sock, 200 yards on a needle, size 2 to 7, 8 to 5 stitches per inch. Oh, this one's called Swerve. I didn't realize they have names. Swerve. Can't get better than Swerve. This one's called Stay Ready. Guys, how good is that? This one is called End of Summer. A bit of autumnal beauty. No wonder I like it so much. It's like a Wisconsin summer. Actually, our field color was inspired by a photo I took. And look at that. Actually, that would be good heels and toes. Oh my gosh, I'm onto something, guys. I'm onto something. I might do that, yeah. So I'll probably use a size 2 and cast on 56 stitches and do the smooth operator socks pattern. Okay, now when I was at Knit City in Vancouver, the beautiful and lovely 3 Irish Girls Yarn Incorporated sent me, or ran over and gifted me this gorgeous yarn. She does such beautiful, beautiful work. 3irishgirls.com, the number 3. It's from the Adorn Luxe. Or it's the base, it's Adorn Luxe. It's a merino nylon blend. It's called Hawk Ridge. I'm on to something else here. Look at this. Or, look at this. Beautiful. I don't know. I love it. I don't know. I'm tempted to maybe do a giveaway for this. 430 yards. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to give this away. So when I put up the show notes, I'll leave on my blog. I'll head over there and leave a comment and I'll give this away to somebody. Why not? That's super fun. I love it. And I love 3 Irish Girls, so that would be fun. 2 other quick sock yarns I got are the Perfect. I've done other socks in this by Regia. It's an Arnie and Carlos, and I got two different balls of it. These yellow strings are to divide up the skein into matching, so you get perfectly matching socks. But let me show you. How amazing are those? Yeah, I'm really excited. Now you can see in here a lot is going on. On the outside just looks green, but look at those. I think that's the first pair I'm going to cast on. So I'll keep you posted on that. Pretty darn excited about that. Yeah, perfect. Genius idea by Regia to make matching socks easy. One other quick thing I ordered and was sent were these fun little pouches, Notion pouches. I'm not going to dwell on this, but this is my new Traveler's Notebook holder. I love it. I had a different one this is from Renee, again, of the Lowland Originals, but I'm changing it out to this one because I love the zipper. Okay, so gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, how fun. It's, again, that really sturdy canvas material. And this is going to be my computer case for when I travel now, because this fits my laptop computer, and it's lightweight and really wonderful. So I love it. You could also put sketch pads and notebooks in there too, because it's flat. There's no bottom of it. But anyway, I love it. And Renee sent me a lot of little trinkets and gifts along with that. And she's wonderful. So check that out. All right, dear friends, I'm signing off. I'll put show notes on my blog, which is at susanbanderson.blogspot.com. Please join us over at Barrett Co. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all over the place. We have a newsletter at Barrett Co. There's a box where you can enter your newsletter to get the newsletter, and that's the first and fastest way to find out about anything that we're selling or anything that's new to the shop. So anyway, friends, I missed you. Thank you for spending this 43 minutes with me, and have a beautiful week or weekend ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.